Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story. This is HD Redemption. Well, I have some good news and, well, I got some bad news as well. Let's eat a meal here. So you might be thinking, wow, your place looks very different. Wow, you have iron tools. Wow, your voice sounds different. Well, that's all true because I got a new computer and a new mic, so hopefully it sounds good, by the way. And when I transferred my world that I had before onto this computer, it just completely vanished. And when I go back to my laptop, which I was using to record before, it was just gone. So I have no clue where it went, and it's just gone. I've looked everywhere. I've looked in deleted files. It's literally just gone into thin air. So that beautiful house we were making on top of the hill with the nice lookout over the fog is, well, it's gone. So that is a big stinkeroo right there. I had a temporal storm in this world, so that's why there's deep drifters, if you're wondering. But now we are in my own personal world. This is my chill world. I think it has 46 hours on it, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a huge jump from where I was in the last world to this world. But I think you guys will be able to handle the jump because you guys are all smart and you will figure it out as we go. I'm not going to explain everything because that would take tons of episodes and that won't be as fun as just discovering it for ourselves by just, you know, by actually discovering it for the first time. I'm just going to explain things as we get to it. One of the things that I'm going to do in this episode is show you around my place because, well, I kind of like it. It actually looks like it looks like my other house, and I didn't even like think about that. I didn't put that together, but the house I was building is basically the exact same design, literally. So this is what the house is gonna look like anyway. So ta-da, I just built it really fast. Another big difference about this world is that it is actually almost winter. It's fall right now. We were in early spring last time. Well, now there's gonna be not as much food. We have to skip farming until it's summer again because I don't want to risk my seeds and make another farm and all that jazz. So let me show you around before it gets dark out. This is the front, obviously. Over there, I am making this, like I said, this is my personal world. This is gonna be more of my creative world, just for fun. It is on survival. I didn't cheat or anything in this world, just so you guys know, except for mods. But this is my... is it Rivendell? I want to say Rivendell. The Desolation of Smog, if you've ever seen The Hobbit. This is the town that was destroyed by... I just heard a woof. By Smog, the dragon. I think it was called Rivendell, or maybe Rivertown, or maybe Lake Town, something like that. Along those lines, something town and watery. So this is going to be the entrance. I was looking at a picture, so it's somewhat accurate. I know the building is not supposed to be right there, but the bridge is kind of accurate to what it is. So maybe I'll do that off camera because that won't be very interesting to watch me build and stare at a picture forever. So maybe we'll do that. I'll do that off camera. I do have some chickens, all my beautiful chickens. You can pick up eggs with chickens. You can breed chickens. Yeah, like that. See, they're all scared of me. You can actually tame them eventually, and they won't be scared of you. Ow! One of them just got hurt. Just got clawed in the face, apparently. Because I transferred the world, I forgot to tell you about this, but because I transferred the world, the animals are actually spawning, it seems like, in fours. So that means there's probably 2 adults of these pigs, which there are, and there's probably 2 babies around here. I bet ya there's 2 babies around here somewhere. There's 1. See, I told you, everything is spawning in 4s. There are a bunch of animals in my, this is my farm, and what you do around farms is you dig these trenches. That way you don't get rabbits hopping into your farm because they do eat your stuff. So there's tons of animals in there. I did already come through here, and I killed a bunch of stuff in here. As you can tell by all the carcasses and little skeletons, I went on a rampage, and I so I got tons of food and hides now. which is handy. Oh man, I just fell in. No way out. So all my tools are iron now. Just to let you guys know, basically everything I own is iron. I don't have any armor or anything. I haven't been too sophisticated in this game other than the iron. I don't have any, like, I don't have any automation, because there is automation in this game, and that'll be very fun. I could still do that with you guys. Basically, the only thing that I have skipped is the building and the farming and the getting to the iron, which isn't too interesting other than maybe the brass, or not brass, bronze. Bronze is interesting because you actually have to mix materials in order to get bronze. But we'll get to the iron in this episode. I'll show you that very quickly. This is my mine. I don't really have anything too interesting down there. It's just I built that. I kind of built this just for a just for looks, really, not for function. These were actually normal blocks. See how these are actually smaller? These were originally this size. I used the chisel, and I chiseled out all the little pixels that are in there, and now you can actually make smaller blocks or anything you want. So like these were actually solid blocks, just like these. Yep, solid blocks like that, and I made them into those. So you can literally make anything you want in your creative imagination. That made sense. Yes, it did. And you can make anything you want. You can make these little steps, and they actually do function a little bit, so that is also awesome. They got a ladder right there. So that is my mine. That is about it for this map, or not map, but my little home here. These did not save this map. It did not save where I've been, but it did save the waypoints that I put. So these are these blue ones with the little, I guess, factory logo. I've never been able to figure out what that is. I've always just thought of it as a factory. But that logo means that I used the prospecting pick to find out if there was any ore in there. I know I have not explained the prospecting pick, and we will get to that maybe in the next episode very quickly. I swear this was not here before. Apparently ores respawned. I just now noticed this because this was not here before. I am sure I would have saw this, especially since I was mining or putting the cobblestone. So that's a little unfortunate that the ores actually look like they respawned. It's interesting. Unless I'm just blind. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. These spikes are part of a mod, by the way, too. Fishing mod. So let us explain how to do blacksmithing. This episode is going to be the same length. Even though there's so much stuff I could do, maybe I will make a longer episode, but this is the third time I've recorded this, okay? The third time. Because the first time, my audio didn't work. It sounded really bad because I was using a mic on my headphones on one of my really old Turtle Beach PC headphones that I got many years ago, and it sounded like crap. So I had to record again, and that was earlier today, actually, when I got my mic. And OBS, I think that's what it's called, right? The filming software? Yeah, OBS, it just completely screwed up, and it froze the picture. So my audio was fine in that one, but the video did not record. So here I am again for the third time. And I don't know if I want to record another 30 minutes, but I'm already on, like, what, 10 minutes now? So maybe I will. Anyway, it's getting easier the more times I do it. My introduction's getting better. Anyway, let's make an iron ingot. So I will show you how to make some iron, since I already have a bunch of iron tools. We'll get to this. So iron comes in... It comes in... the quartz, of course, the chunks, I should say. Just like any other ore, you find it in the ground. It is a little bit more rare, and you need a bronze pickaxe. I do have an iron pickaxe, though, because I made one. So you grab the chunks, you break them up, which I showed you in one of the earlier episodes. If you have not seen my earlier episodes, I would suggest watching those, because I will be making some references. So you grab these, And as you can see, this temperature is 1482 degrees Celsius, which needs a hotter smelt temperature than any kind of fuel that we have. So this brown coal, which is another type of coal that you can find in the ground, just like copper, you can mine it. This only has 1100, and charcoal even only has 1300. So you need something that can burn hotter than those. That is what the bloomery is for. The bloomery acts as an oven. As you can see, I have 12 glass in there right now. You put the quartz in there. The quartz is basically the same thing as iron. It won't work if you put it in the fireplace because it won't get hot enough. So what you have to do is, let's say I want to smelt these. I put them in there. I think it does 100, I think, ingots or little nuggets, I think, or something in that, somewhere around there. And then you put your charcoal in there. It has to be charcoal. You can't put the brown coal in there. And then, let me think, you had to light it, and then little smoke will come out, and you'll see once it's done, it will stop smoking. And then when it's actually done, you break it. You can't actually just pull the stuff out of there. You have to break it, which stinks because you lose some of the bricks. And these bricks have to be made out of fire clay. And I literally have no fire clay on this map. Except if I remember right, it's by this death point. Yes, I have died in this map as well. I think I'm on 3 deaths, which isn't too bad considering I have 40 hours and no armor. So I don't know, I'm kind of proud of myself on that one. I think I've died 3 times. But there's somewhere around over here, I believe, there is fire clay, and that is the only source that I know, and that is about a 30-minute journey, if not more, over there without dying. So we won't be getting any more fire clay soon, probably, so we don't really want to waste any of these bricks. I do have tons, though, because I grabbed many stacks when I was there. But anyway, so when you break this, let me find some here, you get these iron blooms. You get like 6 or 7 iron blooms every time you put in the max amount of iron nuggets. So let's take one of these. Alright, put that over there. Actually, I still want you... Alright, that looks good. I am very disorganized in this world, by the way, guys. All my chests are just full of junk. Everything's a junk drawer here. Anyway, so what you want to do is grab the brown coal, because brown coal is the cheapest type of coal, basically, that you can get. And you don't need any type of special charcoals, because charcoal takes some work to get. Brown coal is basically free, if I'm being honest, because it's kind of everywhere. So you just put the brown coal in there, and then you put the... what is this? An iron bloom on top. So let's put these away. Then we get our torch, which is in my hands. We light it up. And on the top, it's just like everything else. It has a temperature. So we want to get up to 800 degrees Celsius. Usually when I do this, I do multiple at a time. And 800 degrees is the beautiful point that you want to do if you want to do multiple of these. So you put 2 brown coal, you wait till this is 800, you put it on here, you work with it, and by the time you're finished with this one will usually be done. And you put that on there, and it will basically be just a constant rotation if you keep putting it on there, if you keep waiting at 800 degrees. That is about the beauty mark. I'm sure there's a little bit more improvement you could do, but 800 is just my hit or miss mark if you're interested in knowing. Alright, so we hit 800, so we right click and we crouch and we put it on there. As you can see, we have this flag, I guess, if you want to call it. I don't really know what to call it. And we need to get that off because of the beautiful material that's underneath we need to get to. So we have the split button here. If we push F, and we had to just chisel it all away. Get rid of all the bad stuff. This doesn't take too long, especially once you get a little bit better at it. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm a little rusty, but I used to do this all the time, so you usually don't want to go this fast, because if you miss enough times, you can actually screw up your entire project, and you will have to put another ingot on to make anything, which will suck because you'll waste basically an entire ingot, which is a lot of material and a lot of work, especially with iron. So now that we have all of the slack away, we push F again, and we just move all the little blocks like we did in one of the other episodes to make the tool. I think it was the saw we made. We just need to make it into a block to make an ingot. So when we're done with this, it will turn into a iron ingot, which I have here in my hand. And with this iron ingot, we can put it back down. Actually, I guess I'll make one of these so I can show you guys. I might as well finish this. There is a trick to this blacksmithing that it took me a while to figure out. It's such a simple thing, but it is kind of confusing and it takes a while to figure out why. But sometimes, let's say I gotta get these up. This guy right here won't move. Even though I have it on the up button, it won't move up for some reason, see? That is because there is a block up here as well that is blocking it. It needs to have just a one block up that it can jump. It can only jump one block, not two blocks. So we have to move up this block, and now there's an open space there. Now we can move that one up. That gives us this one, and now we can move this one freely as we please. I think we're just gonna have enough metal here to make this ingot really quickly. But this is a completely new mic. I was using my headset before. This is actually a stand-up mic. It was really cheap though on Amazon, so I'm not sure how well it's gonna perform. My computer is actually pretty good. This is on very high, I think. If you go any higher, it completely just freaks out your computer. I'm sure that if you have a really nice graphics card and more RAM or something, you can probably do it. I've just got like a middle of the line, almost a little bit upper line computer. It's nothing too fancy schmancy. But anyway, once you get the iron ingot, you can put the ingot on the anvil, and then just like the copper, you can make it into anything you want, say like a saw blade, like we did in the last time. But instead, it will be iron instead of copper, obviously. So let me tell you what we are going to do probably in the next episode. I am going to leave it off here because, well, I don't want to record this anymore because I've done this for the third time now. So I'm just going to make this one a little bit shorter than one I was hoping to do. What we're going to do is maybe do some more forging, maybe make some bronze and try to skip back to what we missed. And maybe I'll show you around the world a little bit more. I gotta think of what I'm gonna do because we can't do any farming. I really wanted to show you guys how to farm. I might just plant one thing in the crop. That way I can just show you guys how the nutrients and things work. So that'll be an interesting thing in the next episode if you guys want to watch some more of this game. And I know I'm going to make some more episodes of this because I really, really love this game. It is so good, so cool, so many cool features in this game, and you can also install tons of mods. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like and possibly subscribe, maybe leave a comment of what I did good and what I could do better so I could change and maybe fix the problem that I'm having that I don't know about. And I will see you all next time.